Good afternoon, and thank you for your attendance as we honor the 2025 graduating class of Montgomery Central High School. We ask that in respect of the graduation ceremony and of those around you that you remain seated and away from the rails. This will allow all our guests the opportunity to see their graduate. We respectfully ask that you avoid using noisemakers or air horns as they are not allowed. This ensures that every family can hear and celebrate their graduate's name being called. We appreciate your cooperation and thank you again for being with us today. Please rise for the processional of the Montgomery Central High School graduating class of 2025. Please remain standing, and gentlemen, remove your graduation caps for the posting of the colors by the MCHS Color Guard under the direction of Command Sergeant Major James Manning, and for the playing of our national anthem by our musicians Megan Hayes and Zachary Weens.
Good afternoon. Today we ask that you join us in a moment of silence in memory of one of our fellow students, Sienna Umstetter. In front of the stage, there's an empty chair that we light a candle in memory of her. She began this journey with us, and although she is not here today, Sienna will remain in our hearts and is forever a part of our class. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Please be seated. Hello, everyone, and a huge heartfelt welcome to this amazing day. I am Avery Harbin, the 2025 Senior Class President, and I can say, although it may be a little bit biased, there is no class that compares to this one. To our incredible graduating class of 2025, our fantastic faculty, beaming families, and honored guests, it is such a joy to be here with you all as we celebrate this major milestone. Today is not only about recognizing the sheer hard work, the late-night study sessions, and the unwavering dedication of our graduates. Today is also about looking back on what we've accomplished and the memories we've made along the way. From the first day of senior year at the campout where we painted our cars and swam in the pond, to the night of prom, where we got to dance our hearts out and take fun pictures. And of course, senior day, where some of us fell victim to the dunk tank or left with really bad tan lines. We ended up making some incredible memories together. Each one of you has faced challenges head on, seized every opportunity, and grown into someone truly remarkable. This ceremony isn't just a formal event. It is a genuine reflection of your resilience and determination. As we think about everything you've accomplished and all that lies ahead, let's give a big shout out to the teachers, mentors, and families who have been your rocks along the way. Thank you all for being here to share in this special moment, and let the celebration begin. At this time, our senior choir, joined by the members of the MCHS Sound Collective, will perform Take Me Home under the direction of Miss Angela Ross.
Take me there, won't you take me
Welcome again to the 85th commencement ceremony of Montgomery Central High School. We are honored that you are here with us. I would like to take an opportunity to introduce our guest. Joining us this afternoon, first, the faculty and staff of Montgomery Central High School. Please rise. Today would certainly not be possible without you. Your unwavering commitment and tireless efforts to support our students have helped make this moment a reality. Your dedication to both students and school community is truly appreciated. I would also like to recognize our retiring educators this afternoon, Miss Melanie Hazen and Coach Todd Dunn. Ms. Hazen served our school system for 30 years and Coach Dunn 40 years. Thank you for all you have contributed to our students in school and for the meaningful, lasting impact that you have made. From the Clarksville-Montgomery County School System, Dr. Jean Lunavetter, Director of High Schools, and Dr. Shanda Dowdy, Chief Academic Officer, and Mr. Brian Feldman, Director of High Schools. From the Clarksville-Montgomery County School Board, Mr. Jimmy Garland, Aaron Mayberry, Mr. Herbert Nelson, Casey Bryant, and Chris Lanier, Board Vice Chair. We also thank all the educators that have had an impact on the lives of our graduates, and we're appreciative of your attendance today. From Montgomery Central High School, assistant principals, Mrs. Jennifer Barber, Mrs. Courtney Brown, and Mr. Jason Green, and our caller of names, Miss Melanie Hazen. We also want to thank our counselors and our graduation committee for your work in preparation for this day. A special thank you to business, faith, and civic leaders who support our schools each year. Thank you to the members of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office for your work ensuring our safety today, and to Austin Peay State University and their broadcast partners for the live taping and web streaming of the ceremony. This makes it possible for family and friends, including deployed members of the armed forces who are unable to be with us in person, to observe the commencement ceremony. At this time, I would like to present to you the Salutatorian and Valedictorian of the class of 2025. Salutatorian, Ms. Reagan Reynolds, and Valedictorian, Ms. Camden Cooper.
Good afternoon. I'd like to start off by saying thank you and welcome to all in attendance today, including teachers, family members, and most importantly, my fellow classmates representing the class of 2025. I am so blessed to be here, speaking on behalf of my fellow graduates to celebrate our exceptional and unforgettable accomplishments over the past 4 years. When composing this speech, all I could think about was delivering it. I said to myself, this is something that I want to reach out to people, something that means more than just a, hooray, we did it, pat yourself on the back. No, this speech needed to be more, which is why I have chosen to discuss something everyone in this room has undergone: obstacles. I started school just like everyone else did, a happy little kid with a backpack twice their size, weighing them down as they ran into their classroom door. No one could tell the difference between me and the next kid over. Well, this at least proved to be true on the outside. What most didn't know is that as I went through kindergarten and first grade, I fell behind developmentally. I struggled immensely in class, finding it difficult to perform certain tasks and abilities. Upon my teacher's realization of this truth, my parents were notified, and as I'm sure all the mothers in this room have started to imagine their reactions upon this news, imagine the one my own mother underwent. Immediately, she took me to be tested for certain disabilities, but the ones that fell into my chart were ones she didn't expect: dyslexia and dysgraphia. Soon after the diagnosis, it was time to wrap up first grade, but little Reagan didn't understand how this paper meant that she couldn't go on to second grade to follow her friends. Luckily for her, she had an amazing mother who explained that I had been chosen to help out the next first grade class. It was now my job to encourage others and help them understand what I had just learned. And oh boy, did little Reagan take this new task very seriously. As I repeated my first grade year, I tried to explain to everyone my role and why I was there, but all I received back were comments such as, "What? That doesn't exist," and, "Oh, you mean you failed a grade." Words such as failed and too dumb followed me throughout my elementary school years. It was hard to fight these remarks. I tried to tell them that I wasn't dumb, that I didn't get F's and fail, that I was merely held back. But I learned that no matter how much I said to them, nothing would change their perspective on me unless I fully committed. So from that moment on in 5th grade, I strived to push my boundaries and test my limits. Now, I want everyone in this room to understand the realization that I had in this moment. So I'd like to ask everyone to raise their hand alongside me now. Seriously, raise your hands. Good. Now, keeping your hand up, I'd like you to raise it a little bit higher. Thank you. You can put your arm down now. But I have a question. Why didn't you give it your all the first time? This mentality is what I took going into 6th grade. This change in environment was the perfect time for me to prove that I was more than the kid who got held back. It was my time to give it my all. But as we all remember, I had a tiny problem, or in better words, an obstacle, my dyslexia. However, as I stated before, my mother was an incredible support for me. Through the years after my diagnosis, she adapted and helped me learn with alternative methods such as songs, hand tricks, and even silly acronyms. I no longer had to hide my hands under the table in shame when trying to subtract 4 from 10, or sit and stare at my paper, unable to remember which way my D needed to be facing. I had learned to overcome this immense obstacle that stood in front of me. And as you can see, I now stand before you as the Salutatorian of the class of 2025. But having this title isn't the thing that proved I overcame my obstacle. No, it was to strive to overcome and face my struggles head on, adapting different ways to learn, to further push myself and my boundaries that I had believed to be where I could no longer progress, to lift my arm up that little bit higher. To anyone in this room right now going through something that is blocking them or becoming an obstacle, please know that you are not stuck, that you are not bound to the truths others have put over you, that your story is not written in stone, that you can truly overcome anything that stands before you. Philippians 4:13 states, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." This knowledge of strength and perseverance that you have inside of you is one that took me years to understand. If this speech can be the thing that allows you to see that the impossible, a girl who has dyslexia, being held back, becoming salutatorian of our class, then that's all that matters to me. To my fellow graduates, thank you for everything, for being here with me along this journey. And now I urge you all to take away from my story that nothing is impossible, that we are limitless and never bound by a definition. Whether this definition be a diagnosis or judgment of character, you are more than what you believe yourself to be. I strive for you all to take these next steps in our lives with confidence and to always remember to march to the beat of your own drum, because if we all sounded the same, we wouldn't have symphonies. So now go out and know that you have the strength to overcome whatever lies ahead. I am so grateful to be graduating alongside all of you, and with that I want to finally say congratulations. Congratulations, class of 2025, and never forget that you are limitless.
As we gather together as the class of 2025, let us take notice of our emblems of pride, our caps, our gowns, and our diplomas. What do these represent? They represent 4 years' worth of learning we can use to improve our lives and the lives of others around us. However, I am not talking about the academic ability or technical skills we've obtained. I am speaking about the patterns of thinking and behavior we've developed throughout high school. So these caps, gowns, and diplomas should remind us to take 2 things we have developed with us as we open up our new lives: critical thinking and the ability to love others. First of all, critical thinking. This may seem simple, but thinking critically takes determination and effort because humans have a natural tendency to allow our brain's automatic setting of quickness and taking the path of least resistance to drive us. I've been guilty of this in school as someone who was always naturally shy and so tended to quietly do the work expected of me without interacting much with my peers. I believe that some of us can relate to some degree, and while it may not seem bad, blindly following any natural tendencies keeps us from reaching our full potential. To overcome this, we need to instead both consider the areas we're weak in so that we can improve and decide what our overarching goal is. As to the first, we have had and taken many opportunities to work on our weaknesses in high school, from JROTC to build discipline in the idle to the CTE programs that build skill in the impractical. These have given us the opportunity to experience growth and positive change. As to our overarching goal, we have to be open to new perspectives we are confronted with, which is a skill we have already begun to develop from school programs and other influences in high school. For me, the influence that I had was a book I read in junior year called Gentle and Lowly, which some of you may have heard me talking about before, just talking in the class. After hearing about the heart of Christ and understanding it on a different, more personal level, I remember I was willing to tell a stranger something that reflected this teaching. Following this and other circumstances, such as my being a late bloomer and other things, I no longer relied on my old way of thinking, but had a greater depth of feeling and understanding of others' perspectives. I was able to have a deeper sense of connection with the world around me, giving me the ability to make better decisions and interact with others on a more solid, realistic base, even when I made bad decisions. As we all head off into the future, having a strong foundation formed by critical thinking will allow us to make better choices shaped by our own experiences and beliefs. Since relationships are and always will be an essential part of our lives, we also must consider how we have learned to love in high school and how we can implement that in the future. When I talk about love, I'm not talking about a feeling we have. I'm talking about love as an action, something we do even for people we don't like or who we don't necessarily feel deserve our affections. A great example of love in action is the story of Jacob, the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. In this story, Jacob's mother, Rebekah, favored him over his brother Esau. So, when she had the opportunity to trick Jacob's father into granting him the blessing meant for Esau, she seized it, and Jacob chose to go along with her schemes. This proved disastrous, as Esau became murderously angry with his brother, and Jacob was forced to seek refuge with his uncle away from his birthland and his family. However, in the place of darkness in his life, at one of the places that Jacob stopped at along the way, he was visited by God in a dream, and assured of the promises that had been made to his father and grandfather, that his descendants would multiply and be a source of blessing to all the earth, that he and his descendants would be blessed with a permanent homeland, and that the Lord's presence would remain with him. That place came to be known as Bethel, or the house of God, I believe that means. This encounter demonstrated the faithful, steadfast love that God has for his people despite their sins. And I'm sure that all of us have been involved in actions of love that have reflected this, as we have all been in encounters with people who have made really big mistakes throughout high school. But the love that we have come to show others these past 4 years has been purified through deeper, meaningful experiences of heartbreak, frustration, and helplessness with these people that have given us the opportunity to respond with faithfulness and love. By living out and pursuing these values, we'll be able to make the best choices in the future. So as we get ready to graduate, I would encourage everyone to think about our regalia with a new perspective. It is a representation of the tools we have gained through meaningful experiences that will help us succeed in the future. Through thinking about our lives and the information we are given critically, not blindly following what we're told, and showing love to others, real love, we can live out the meaning of this graduation and become better able to serve others and the Lord.
Thank you, Reagan and Camden. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of Montgomery Central High School, it is my deep honor to present the class of 2025. This afternoon, we celebrate not only a graduation, but a journey marked by perseverance, leadership, and remarkable growth. This year, you made history. Our flag football team, led by our seniors, advanced to the state tournament, the first ever state tournament. And that wasn't just a win on the field, it was a victory built on teamwork, belief, and determination. Our music program flourished under your dedication. This class has earned more scholarships than any in recent memory, showing us all what passion and persistence can accomplish. In our JROTC and many other programs, your leadership has carried forward a legacy of excellence excellence. You've exemplified honor, service, and discipline, and in doing so, you've inspired those who will follow in your footsteps. Our dance team, they did something extraordinary. With grace, grit, and unmatched energy, they competed on the national stage and placed. This accomplishment is a testament to what's possible when passion meets perseverance. You danced your way into Montgomery Central history. Class of 2025, you've also built the foundation for the future of many programs. Whether you were winning games, supporting your teammates, leading community service projects, or setting a standard of hard work and character, you've given something lasting to our school. Also among this class is a young man whose courage stands out, Emmanuel Gilmore. As we know, Emmanuel suffered a life-changing injury on the wrestling mat, and although he's with us today, he's still undergoing intensive therapy, fighting for every inch of progress, and yet Emmanuel has from the beginning held to the belief that this challenge is a part of God's greater purpose in his life. His faith and his strength are a reminder to us all that the road ahead may be certain, but it is never without meaning. Class of 2025, many of you have grown in ways we could not have imagined, academically, socially, and personally. Some of you entered our hallways unsure of who you were, but today you walk out not only as graduates, but as young adults who have discovered their voice, their strength, and their direction. And I do want each of you to remember this. You were created for a purpose. You are not here by accident. Whether your path leads to college, the military, a trade, a career, or something yet to be discovered, you were made to make a difference, and you carry within you a purpose only you can fulfill. As you step out into that wider world, please remember that. Let that guide you, anchor you, and give you courage when the road gets hard. And as always, Doc and Avery, together, with pride, go Indians! Dr. Luna Vetter, today we celebrate 224 graduates, among them 81 of distinction, 46 Tri-Star Scholars, 116 Ready graduates, and 35 graduates in the 9th class of our Academy of Plant and Animal Systems. Together, this class has earned over $2.5 million in scholarships. They've met all the requirements set forth by the state of Tennessee and the Clarksville-Montgomery County school system. It is with great pride that I present to you the 2025 graduating class of Montgomery Central High School.
On behalf of the Board of Education, I hereby accept and confer the 2025 graduating seniors of Montgomery Central High School. You have met the high school graduation requirements of the state of Tennessee and Clarksville-Montgomery County school system, and you are thus entitled to all rights and privileges for completing these requirements. Congratulations, graduates. Ms. Houston, you may now begin the presentation of diplomas.
Christian Dennis Allen. John Pablo Alvarado Rosales. Rihanna K. Archer. Angel Alejandro Arriaga Lopez. James Cole Barnes. Audrey Nicole Batson. Adam Lee Biter. Ethan Allen Black. Samuel Douglas Black. Aiden Thomas Blackston. Carson Reese Blackston. Matthew Dominic Bodum. Lucas Anthony Bohannon. Lila Yvonne Bones. Alex Eugene Bridges. Audra Marie Buckley. Dawson Jarman Buckner. Olivia K. Ann Butler. Asher Diego Cardenas. Gracie Elizabeth Carmen. Ainsley Paige Carmichael. Cody J. Carmen. Dylan Lee Caselli. Ethan John Caselli. Caden Dane Casey. Abigail Grace Chambers. Mary Morgan Chambers. Michael Alexander Crisco. Grant Benjamin Christie. Logan Connor Colapietro. Zayana Marie Nicole Collier. Cassidy Elizabeth Cologne. Catherine Diane Knatzer. Canyon Norman Connor. Matthew John Cooper. Devin Adam Corbett. Joshua Blake Cordell. Sergio Covion III. Blaine Ryan Crockrell. Jorge Isaac Cruz Martinez. Rebecca Lauren Darnell. Kaylee Mae Davis. Landon John Dean. Lucas Patrick Delaney. Alyssa Marie DeVito. Nevaeh Marie Dial. Gabriel Andrew Diamond. Eva Sophia Dombrowski. Casey Ray Dowlin. Jake Thomas Duncheski. Jocelyn Marie Eberly. Malik Rashad Inslee. Abigail McKenna Epps. Hunter Layton Fain. Aiden Chase Ferguson. Tatum Lynn Fees. Hannah Lynn Fisher. Braden Lee Flaherty. Vincent Allen Fortino. Rebecca Michelle Fowler. Christian Alexander Fox. Gabriel Invictus Francis. Mason Elizabeth Frazier. Sharona Nicole Frazier. Colin Daniel French. Katie Nicole French. Reagan Bruton Gardner. Emmanuel Benaiah Gilmore. Jesus Yadil Gonzalez Sierra. Jaden Rose Gonzalez. Ella Brooke Gould. Allie Mae Green. Abigail Sue Gregory. Lillian Vina Grenig. Evan Gage Hollis Gunter. Brian Joel Gutierrez. Kai Christopher Hagren. Blake Joseph Hammond. Benjamin Thomas Hanna. Mary Ellen Hanna. John Lemon Hawkingberry. Ryan Carolyn Michelle Hawkins. Megan Lenora Hayes. Kyle Anthony Heath. Abby Lynn Page Herndon. Jack Allen Hicks. Anaya Denise Lynn Height. Asher Moses Irwin. Amber Marie Jackson. Charles C. Addison Jackson. Emily Nicole Jenkins. Riley Abigail Johnson. Zyquan Johnson. Abigail Cheyenne Joyner. Manaya Labrea Jones. Carmen Melina Ann Jordan. Lakin Rain Jordan. Glenn Owen Joyce. Freya Sean Joseph Joswick. Dixie Catherine Kennedy. Aiden David Keniston. Gracie Riolo Kingston. Jordan Grace Colby. Zephaniah Tupuiva Cueva Schuster. Wyatt Oliver Lacasse. Jeffrey Walter Lamb. Anderson Ryan Levine. Lucas Scott Lehue. Gabe Isaac Lehman. Zakiah Vinchell Ligon. Ethan Thomas Livingood. Susan Marie Long. Cameron Ava Lord. Juan Pablo Luciani Ramirez. Caden Philip Lucas. Austin Jeffrey Mason. Sean Michael Mason. David Jacob Mathis. Levi Alexander Mayfield. Macy Ann McDaniel. Emily Brooke McLean. Callie J. Merrill. Wyatt Shane Miller. Brianna Lynn Mills. Jeremy David Mills. Simone Magali Miranda. William Jamie Miranda. Caden Dwight Monroe. James Dean Moody. Brooke McKenna Morley. Jackson Matthew Mullins. Haley K. Neblett. Caleb Jackson Nelson. Caleb Alexander Norfleet. Jenna Sue Norfleet. Braden Chase Norris. Haley Faye Ogg. Shelby Lynn Omer. Ryan James Apolka. Preston James Ortiz. Gavin Michael Osgood. David Michael Ostrom. Brady Ethan Otis. Isaac Blaine Owen. Austin Ryan Robert Pilati. Kaylee Marie Ann Palomo. Lily Michelle Payne. Logan Henry Peters. Alyssa Leanne Peterson Ayers. Alexis Lachey Phillips. Samantha Diane Phipps. Trinity Monice Pleasant. Arabella Marie Poston. Abby Faith Powell. Ella Claire Proctor. Jackson Gage Pulley. Margaret Suzanne Rains. Braden Kyler Dale Reeves. Molly Ann Robinson. Hannah Bella Rodriguez. Emma Chloe Ann Rogers. Aiden Lucas Rude. Daniel Mackay Ross. Nathan Walker Ross. Helena Rose Rossi. Bastian Xavier Rochering. Haley Michelle Ryan. Landon Patrick Sagnella. Andrew Kenneth Saunders. Nicholas Charles Schaefer. Sadie Skylin Scruggs. Cameron Michael Session. Anna Camilla Sierra Flores. Kamara May Smith. Mila Nikkei Smith. Valerie Renee Smith. Xavier Scott Smith. Elijah Nathaniel Smithers. Zachary Blake Spithaler. Cadence Marie Stevens. Ryan Leo Stilling. Desiree Sunshine Stroop. Craig Patrick Sutterth. Aaron H.E. Suss. Allison Lee Suss. Kirsten Marie Taylor. Presley Kate Taylor. Tony Antoine Taylor Jr. Johnny Teeple. Devarius Tashawn Thomas. Daniel Ronald Vincent Thornton. Addison Lee Trammell. Lemanuel Duran Trice. Wilson Thomas Troyani. Dylan Gregory Tucker. Demarion Jamont Namir Vance. Justin Monquel Vaughn. Katarina Vidovich. Daly Eugene Vincent. Emily Jade Vongvinkum. Michaela Anita Wacker. Andrew Austin Wall. Brady Charles Waskowitz. Jawan Deshawn Waters. Jada Nicole Webb. Caden Grace Westmoreland. Isabel Rose Whitler. Zachary James Weens. Kendrick Jordan Williams. Remington James Winters. Nathan Christopher Lee Worley. Jordan Delane Woodruff. Jonathan Levi Workman. Ethan Andrew Yetton. Anthony Lynn Young. Bentley Elise Young. Noah Michael Zelenik. Jaden Deshaun Colbert. Catherine Elizabeth Cook. Avery Elizabeth Harbin. Reagan Elizabeth Reynolds. Camden Elise Cooper.
Good afternoon, class of 2025. I'd like to start by thanking all of our friends, family, and supporters here today that have propelled us to this very moment. We would not be here without them. Most of all, I would like to thank our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who has made us in his image, brought us together, and has walked with you and I every step of the way. The last year serving as your student body president has been an honor, and I hope to leave you all today with some words of wisdom as well as maybe a laugh. A great philanthropist, writer, and entrepreneur once said, "Every day above ground is a great day, remember that." And I won't sing you the rest of the words, but just know Time of Our Lives by Pitbull is an awesome song. You may think I'm joking, but that lyric holds great truth. Every day of the last 4 years, I was blessed to wake up, come to school, and spend my day among our class, as well as Central's amazing faculty and staff. You all made every day a great day, and I will cherish that time forever. Once we move our tassels and throw our caps, we will go our own ways, creating futures for ourselves. New places, new people, and new experiences await us, and I cannot wait to see what we all become. As our commencement ceremony comes to a close, I prompt you to reflect on the years spent donning the red, white, and blue. Whether you were a Montgomery Central Indian from the ripe age of 5, moved here years ago, or were a product of the academy like me, I hope when you look back on your experience, you are filled with pride and nostalgia. I know not every step has been easy. Our class has faced great hardship and grief, but I believe that it has brought us all closer together and cultivated an appreciation for all of the great days we spent at our little school on the pond. From the roars of the student section as we cheered on our teams to victory, to walking across the stage today, I could not be prouder to be an Indian. I have cherished every moment from our first alma mater to now our last. Congratulations, class of 2025. This right here is the time of our lives. Graduates, please rise. You can now move your tassel from the right to the left. Everyone, please rise and join us in the singing of our alma mater, led by Andrew Wall and Isabel Whitler.
On our city's southern border, reared against the sky, Proudly stands our Alma Mater as the years go by. Forward ever be our watchword, conquer and prevail. Hail to thee, our Alma Mater, Central High, all hail.